This is a SH150i. I'm doing a how-to on taking off the cover here, so I could get to the filter for the drive. As you know, if you don't know, the drive sucks in air through here. Cool air goes through the drive belt and everything, keeps everything cool, and it comes out on this end right here, on the bottom. So I'm gonna take this out every once in a while. I think Honda says every 2,500 miles you're supposed to take that filter out and clean it up. So before we get to that, we actually have to drop this bottom belly pan here down to get to that part. So what you need is a Japanese industrial screwdriver. Phillips number 2 will sort of kind of work too. So 3 screws. There's one right here, 2, and back here this is the 3rd one. This one is just a regular sort of a self-tapping type screw. And these other 2 screws, this one is a machine screw, and the one up towards the front is also a machine screw. Okay, so this is the tricky part here to get this belly down. You have to pull it down. There's some clips. The main clip that actually holds it is right here. You actually have to slide it back, slide this panel back, then it drops down. Oops. So you can see the clip here. You see it's like a hook, right? So that's why you have to slide it back. Otherwise, if you just pull it straight down, you need to break this clip, or you break the mounting on the front side. Okay, so now this cover here has 2 bolts, one towards the front right here, and one up in here. If you look through here, you can actually see the bolt right up in there. I think my finger's touching it. To get to this one, you actually have to use a 8mm open end and a box end wrench. And here I just use a socket wrench. So let me angle this up so hopefully you can see it. Sort of kind of see it. Let's see. Okay. Okay, so you can see that front screw here, or the front bolt. So I actually start out by using the box end. Once it gets loosened up enough, I go in with the open end. This is a little bit, on the slow side. It's not fast like a socket wrench is, but the other way to take this off, or to get better access to this, is actually you take off this bracket here. This bracket is actually what holds the back pegs. So there's actually 2 bolts here. There's a bolt right here. I believe that's a 14, and if you look above it, about 4 or 5 inches above it, there's another bolt that holds it. But that's more work, so no sense in doing extra work. More work than I want to do. So I basically, some people actually, when they do this, they actually don't take this front bolt all the way off. They actually only loosen it enough so that they can actually swing open the cover and take the filter out that way. I mean, it's not that much more difficult to take it out. At least I don't think so, anyways. You get it loose enough, hopefully you get in there with your fingers and spin it the rest of the way with your fingers. Okay, so there it is. This front one. Move this so you can see the front one. Okay. So once both of those are out, this thing will just slide straight out. Slide straight out. There's two clips. There's one right here, and this is sort of a hook right here. What you do is you unclip this one right here, pull it up a little bit, and hard to do this with one hand. I always have this problem with doing things with one hand. It's just because I don't have a camera person, but that's just how it is, right? Oh, there it goes. So anyways, that top one unclips. Oops. It unclips right here. Then from there, at the bottom one, you just kind of slide it out, and there's your little foam filter right here. So so this is actually, it's a dry filter, so there's no oil or nothing on it. So you can actually just if it's not too bad, you can just pull off whatever grass and bugs and stuff like that that's on here. And if you want to really clean it, you could use like I normally use Simple Green water and Simple Green mix. Spray it down, let it sit for a few minutes to soak in there. Then I basically squeeze it out, and under running water, I just squeeze out all the all the Simple Green and the dirt, and do that a few times, and it works really well. So to put it back, basically just put it in. It has this little basket-like shape right here. Right. So put the foam filter on there. Okay, that's on. This is kind of dirty. You could rinse this out if you want, but I'm not going to. I'm just gonna do that, and that's good enough. So basically, remember that little hook clip on this end. So your little tab here will slide into that. Okay, slides in. Let's put this camera down. See, my filter just came off, so let me do it this way. Now I have two hands on there. I can do a better job. Okay, my filter's on there. Do the hook right here. Right. Oops. Right. Okay, it's hooked in. Make sure everything's lined up. Make sure that your foam is where it's supposed to be. Then you could close this down, and it snaps in. Okay. So it snaps in here. So it's all good again. So this is actually the more difficult part where people have problems with here. I do is I basically, if you look on the back side, it's basically line up the two with the two mounting points here. Let's go in there. Okay, so it's just about in there, so it's not moving much or anything at all. So that means I'm in the right spot. From there, right? Always screw things in by hand first, right? So here I just put this in by hand, enough that it holds it there. And the back, this is the tricky part here. On the back side, you might have to lay down a little bit and see if you can get in here. Let's see if I could get in there. Okay. So on this side, it'll get your hand in a way that you could slip the bolt in to the little hole. Once it's in there, you could start spinning it in by hand. Right, start spinning it in by hand. And okay, so I'm good. So you keep on spinning it as much as you can, turning it in by hand. Then once you get it as tight as you can by hand, use your little open end box end wrench here to tighten that up. Then once that tightens up, tighten up the back bolt. The back bolt. Then you can put this belly pan back on. So there's a trick to putting this belly pan on. It usually gets hung up in the front here, along this lip between the two lips here. It gets hung up. So you have to kind of work it a little bit until it sort of just slips right in. So now it's sort of, you know, this normally this belly pan is it's underneath this front part right here, so I need to get it so that it's underneath there. Kind of just move it around a little bit. Okay, there it goes. Now it's sort of got into its spot. And remember that hook. Remember this hook right here. This hook and that little tab on the inside here. So that spot is the other tricky spot. To do that, remember that you have to, since it comes up and slides forward, so you have to kind of have this belly pan sort of back a few, probably about 5 or so millimeters back first. Then once you get it into that slot, it just sort of just kind of slide it in that direction and there to that. And now all of a sudden it's in, right? Front end, it's all in. You can see it. It's all in there. It's nice and tight fit. So I have to do the back end right here. So there's a little clip here. I just basically just push this in like that. This side's good. Okay, so basically the body, the belly pan is in there. So now all you have to do is just screw that, screw those down. So remember the front, the two sides screws here, or the machine screw, and the back is the back one right here. It's a self-tapping screw. Okay, thank you.